everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, where anything can happen. And apparently this is definitely one of those days, because I am re-recording the video that you are watching this morning, because yesterday I recorded 5 videos and apparently I deleted this one, so I'm having to re-record it. I have 2 things for you today. One is we're going to talk about Dear Julie's October Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge and why it is similar to last month and how I'm doing it differently. Now I will tell you, I did not manage to get anything done for the September challenge, mostly because I was planning on doing it that week, that 10 days that I got hit with the sinus infection. So all of my September Stash Buster Stuff kit is still together, still over there, still to be done, but it has to take a back seat to what I need to do for the October challenge, which are the 2 baby books for Cassie. I've talked about her before. She's the young lady who is like a daughter and is having twins around Thanksgiving. And so Mimi and Pop-Up have things that we have to get done. Her baby shower is the 17th, which means I have got to get her 2 Afghans crocheted. I'm almost finished with one. And I have to get both of the albums done for her. One baby album for each of the girls. And I'm also making brag books for the other 2 grandmas, for Matt's mom and for Cassie's mom. So I've gotten these photo albums from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to redo the covers to be very similar to the covers of the baby albums that I'm doing for Cassie. So we've got those. Her album covers are going to be made from chipboard, and I'm going to kitty around here. If you'll watch my video on Friday, you will see me talk about junk journals using the book rings. And I got these at Dollar Tree. And I think they're going to be the perfect size for a 12-month baby album. So it's kind of like the girls' first year kind of thing. And I will have one for each. I have the covers designed and know what I want to do on the covers. Part of which is, when I got that paper haul, I found these, Big Sister and Little Sister, and these will go down in the corner of the album, and I'm going to have a photo pocket on the front to put the newborn picture of the child, and then the rings are going to be covered in fibers and fabric strips. And I'll talk about that in a minute. The reason I'm doing the album the way I am is because Julie has decided that because we have so much stuff we need to work through, that she has made October another Stash Buster challenge, and the guidelines are almost the same as what we had for September. The only difference is we do not have to do a page element. We just have to do a tag or card and an embellishment for each of the letters in Scrapbuster following the guidelines. So we have to do a tag and a card for each one of these. We have to do a set made from scraps. T is for tag, so we'll use a tag as a base to create another tag or a card and the embellishment. A is for any paper collection, and for that I'm going to use most of those paper collections that I bought on the paper haul from Echo Park and Cartbella and Got Moxie, and they're going to have a very shabby chic look to them. So I've got all that paper to work with. Strips of paper. Now I'm going to use scraps probably last, and maybe even strips of paper last, because I will go back and I will use the leftovers from the other elements that I put together. So I'll have scraps left over after doing tags or doing something with the paper collection. And then I can go back and do the items that I need with scraps and with strips of paper. H is hoarded items. That's where the fabric and the fibers are going to come in. I have so many fibers and ribbon to use. Probably 200 plus, maybe. And then we have to do book pages, something tagger card and embellishments using book pages. Unused elements, and I have some pink. I don't know if I've got them in here yet. I still need to put this kit together, but we're to use unused envelopes, and I have pink and white envelopes that I can use. Stickers, and then this Baby Mine from Cartbella that matches the papers has some nice stickers to it. Also in the book pages, I'm going to look back and see if I have a couple of Winnie the Pooh books or something that I can use, or Girly Girl, maybe book pages, little girls, first storybooks, that kind of thing. Cassie's dad is no longer with us. He died a couple of years ago of cancer. And he always called Cassie his little Pooh Bear. So she's already been getting a massive amount of stuff with Pooh. So I want to make sure that I put Pooh somewhere in each of the girls' albums. Tools. I think I'm going to use my alpha and number dies. I use my dies a lot, but I hardly ever use the alpha and number dies. Embellishments made from scraps, and this is where the scraps are going to come back in again. So we'll make a base embellishment, and then we will turn it into a larger embellishment. And then stuff from the recycle pile. I have packaging that I can do a shaker card with, or just photo sleeves. In the book, I've got our cookie boxes that will cover one side because the back is white, so it's perfect for journaling. You've seen me use those before. So I have a lot here to work with. And as soon as I get back from my business trip this week, that's going to be my daytime project, is working on these elements for Cassie's album. One of the things that I have for scraps, I got these are from My Mind's Eye, and they're the Lost and Found Market, and they're for little girl albums. And I bought these so that I'd have them for inspiration on how to make my own items. So there are some really cool things in here. And there's a card in here I got to show you in just a minute. I want to make sure I've got it handy. But look at those little banners. I can make these so super quick with my punch. Use my alpha dies and throw these together to do them to match her book. Same way with the book pages. These are just book pages with the alphas put on in glitter. So there's some really cool ideas of things I can use in here. I can also use these items if I want, because they're perfect. They match everything perfectly. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about today. Oh, by the way, these are due. Technically, the junk journal deadline is October 31st, but I have to have these done by October 15th, so wish me luck. And there is no not getting them done. They're for my babies, so I've got to get them done. The other thing I have today is, yesterday was Happy Mail Day. I received two, I'm going to erase got from my vocabulary, I swear. I received two Happy Mail envelopes over the weekend, and they are both from Juliette Jules, which is what we call ourselves as being part of Julie's group. And so I got two Happy Mails, and since we're talking about Julie's monthly challenge, I thought this was a good time to show you my haul. This first one is from Kathy D, and I like this envelope. It's a Day of Remembrance envelope, so if you want to, for Remembrance Day, I can use these, and I think I'm going to take this apart even and use it as a pattern. And then she had all kinds of little cards here. There's a Dory playing card or puzzle card. There's these, and they've got a very fine graphic line down through the center of them. And then there's these with the little cherubs. And then she had 3 or 4 of these cards in here, and they've got sayings on them. And one of them I'm going to recreate on the papers for Cassie's album. A new baby is like the beginning of all things. Wonder, hope, and a dream of possibilities. And that is by Etta Leishan. And so I'm recreating this onto tags to go in the book. There's one in here. Don't matter how old a mother is, she watches her middle-aged children for signs of improvement. So we have those. We have these pretty floral cards. These will be nice additions to another garden journal. Wildlife card of some type and an alpha card. So we have those. Oh, and some of the items Kathy said she made herself. So one of them was this little pocket that she made from just a piece of cardstock. She stamped it. She put this on the front, stitched around it, and then she made these cute little tags, just stamped on them, and added a eyelet. So those are adorable. And then there's this cluster with this profile of this lady in here that was really pretty. And of course it's got lace on it, so I love it. The other thing she had in here were napkins. And there's this Christmas napkin. This one with the dragonfly and this what looks like maybe sweet peas. This blue floral. And of all the napkins I have, I do not have these 3. So that was a miracle in itself. She has a baby wipe that she's used for cleaning up from her projects. Another piece of napkin with strawberries on it. This doily is going to be perfect in a spring or Easter album. She has ink dyed it in a rainbow of colors. I thought that was really super pretty and inventive and give me an idea. And then there's these vellum quotes. Nothing is worth more than this day, Goth. And may you have warmth in your igloo, oil in your lamp, and peace in your heart. That's an Eskimo proverb. And Kathy's note, I hope you enjoy the goodies in this package. I've been trying to get a little something to everyone on the list, and today is your turn. Yay! I never know what will be going in each package, but I try to put at least one of my handmade items in each packet that I send. Hopefully it is something you will be able to use at some point. If not, just pass it on. I pray that you and yours are healthy and staying safe. God bless your junk journaling endeavors. I have found such a love for junk journaling, making junk journals, and also love the hunt for the goodies to put in them. I thought that really explained junk journaling in a nutshell. I'm going to go back and put these little things in the envelope. So that was my envelope from Kathy D. And then there's this one from Deb in Texas. I love this envelope. She's stenciled on it. I'm not sure if it came yellow or if she dyed it yellow first and added fall oranges. And then inside is a package. I love this little bunny nose washi tape, and I don't have that one, so I've got some pieces of that to play with come spring, and more of it. And this brown grid paper is pretty cool all on its own, but when you open it up, it's Christmas paper. A nice heavy-duty wrapping paper from Brother Sister Design Studios, and I thought that was a really nice paper. And inside the paper was this Halloween treat bag with all kinds of stuff in it. She's created a pocket in the front and added this item, which is a Halloween card, and lots of little goodies. She's got pieces from Tim Holtz Packaging. This little black ghost on Cajun Craze cardstock lets me believe she's maybe into Stampin' Up! And has a dimensional on the back. There's a few of these top 4 type of cut-aparts. More Tim Holtz. These were really unique. They almost, I'm not sure what she got these out of, if they were a printout or what, but I really like these. And these are going to be beautiful bases for clusters. And then she's got some more printouts here. Out of the green this Halloween, an old black cat is screaming. While in the tree, I'm sure I see 2 great big eyes a-gleaming. And the vintage witch and owl. So nice little vintage items there in the front pocket. Then when we flip it over, there's another back pocket. Happy Mail, oh joy. And then we've got scraps of scrapbook paper, another one of the ghosts. And then these look like magazine cutouts, and they look like they might come from that Michael, from that Halloween book I've been doing my cut-aparts from. They look really familiar. And she knows that I was using those and liked those. So those were cool. And then, on the inside, there's still more. Look at all that goodie in there. She's got it in 2 separate sizes. I'm going to go on this side first. This one is more of the magazine pieces, as well as scrapbook paper. Big things, spells and potions. These are going to be really cool. And I was really trying not to use all my pages in my book, so now I've got some extras to play with. A variety of springs, papers, and there's a book page. And I love this. Beautiful pictures. That'd be pretty in a fairy tale book. Just some scraps of scrapbook paper. There's some tissue paper. That is really pretty. And this floral collection. And those are actually folded in almost like a card base. So there's all of those pieces. And then we'll slip these back in here. And we'll go to one more collection of stuff. I really, how you can see in the gusset there, how she's let the gusset create 2 new pockets. And there's this package full of all kinds of stuff. Now, if you've never tried to put stuff back in one of these packages that has this strippy tape on it, turn it backwards and stick it down on your table out of your way. And then when you're ready to put stuff back in, everything goes in really easy without getting caught on the sticky stuff. There's some paper clips in here. Let me see if I can cash this down just a little more. There's some paper clips and some confetti and some clothespins. Got a couple of tickets here and yellows that I don't have. Lots of die cuts, punch outs, florals. I love these. They put you in mind of bread tags. But she must have a punch or a die for these, and then she's punched butterflies out of them. So we have all of that to play with. Lots of stuff come spring. But you know what we've been talking about is what do we do with the stuff that we get from our Happy Mails. And some of us have discussed the possibility of just creating a Happy Mail journal where we use some of the things in the journal from the people that we have gotten Happy Mail from. And that's pretty much all that will go in there is our Happy Mail stuff. Then there's lots of these little pieces, larger pieces of that bread tag die cut. There's cutoffs from the tops of notepads. Home Sweet Home. That'll be nice in my house album if I ever get to get it done. More of our confetti and punch outs. Scrapbook paper scraps. I love these little smiley face confetti. I think those are so cute. And they're sticking to my fingers. Strips, more note papers. Calendar's kind of cool. Another tag. More cut-aparts from something. And then there's these cut-aparts from a scrapbook paper pad, maybe. All about florals. Those would be nice in my garden journal. So lots of little goodies in here from Kathy to play with. And I'm going to try and make sure I get all these little pieces picked up. Or Deb, I'm sorry. These are from Deb. And then if you take and fold that back up, she's got one more thing over here. Let's get these to stick down in there. Deb has one more thing in here, and it's a sheet of dimensional Christmas stickers from Doris. And those are kind of cool. Those are going to be nice in a Christmas album. So there we have Happy Mail from 2 very thoughtful ladies in our Juliette Jewels. And you know, all you have to do is be a member of Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie. And once you're a member of Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie, then we invite you to join our Happy Mail group. And we'd love to have you come play with us and maybe If you like to journal and there's stuff that you don't have, let us know you're missing something. If there's something you can't get a hold of, and somebody with Happy Mail probably has it and will be happy to put it in an envelope and send it on the way to you for something creative. So that is our October Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie. I will link that playlist down below, and so that you'll know what the details are. Oh, in Deb's envelope, I left this out because when I had this earlier, I love this little envelope she's made, and you're going to love this tuck spot. There's your envelope. It is simply a square, folded, folded. This one's folded in, this one's folded in, but then you fold this tip back and send it like that. It's an origami envelope. Isn't that the cutest thing? I left this out so that I could do something with that, possibly in the girls' journals. That might be a nice place for Cassie to put something small from the hospital in or something. So, quick note, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I do want to remind you that the Designer Series paper sale goes on Stampin' Up! Through October 31st. A select bunch of our papers are 15% off, and I will leave the link to that down in the video as well. And I think that's it. I'll leave the link for Scrap All About It with Julie, so you can come join us there too and get in on our Happy Mail. Please like and subscribe. I'm still looking for subscribers. I will be telling you next week our next benchmark and what is up for grabs in a giveaway if we can hit that benchmark by Christmas. And I think that's it. I think I've remembered everything. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Creative blessings.